Greetings, fellow slinging agents in the wild. It's your trusted handler, Brian, welcoming you back to the show as we present another installment of our homebrew scenario, Acquired Taste. First up, the shoutouts. We have on our YouTube channel, I want to welcome our newest YouTube subscriber, Syndicate 5. Welcome to the show. Moving on to the comments from Realms of the Unknown, who writes, a great episode, getting me through my commute to work. Can't wait to see how this scenario plays out. Love the show and the cast. Thank you, Realms of the Unknown. Actually, thank you, David. I know he is the showrunner over at Realms of the Unknown, so be sure to give his channel a check out. Next, we have of Steam, Steel, and Murder, who reminds us, never cut a deal with a vampire. Rule number 16. Couldn't agree more. Let's see what other rules we can break this season, right? All right. And finally, we have from Cryptic Curiosity 8969, who simply puts it, that cliffhanger though. Yeah, well, it's going to round out this one for you, so be sure you enjoy this episode as well. Remember, you can find us over on our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20. The show can also be found on all major and minor podcast apps, except for YouTube podcasts for some dumbass reason. I don't know why the show's not populating over there, but we've got plenty of venues for you to check us out. So be sure to leave us that 5-star rating and review wherever you find us. And if you want to get in touch with the show, drop me an email at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com and I'll get back to you, or drop us a comment here over on the YouTube channel platform. I always read the comments, so I'll get back to you that way as well. All right, enough said. Let's warm up our dice and top up our glass as Roll the Hard 20 presents our homebrew scenario, Acquired Taste, Episode 4. Hi. Immediately beaming. All right, are we ready to do this up or what?
Yes, we are.
Let's put another one in the bank here. I'll lead us in and get us caught up. Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20. It is I, your trusted handler, Brian, and with me, my hard slingers of yore.
Yeah, Fear the Vampire.
Haha, episode 4 of our homebrew scenario, Acquired Taste. In the previous episode, you guys found yourselves in Providence, Rhode Island, as you went to investigate the death of a young 13-year-old boy. When you wound up at the medical examiner's office, you found out that the boy's body had disappeared. You then went to the residence of the Kinkaids, which is the boy's last name, found it's still a crime scene, uncovered a lot of information, and basically you're looking for Owen and Celeste Kinkaid, who went missing. They believe Owen killed the boy and absconded with the wife. Neither one have been found. Through a lot of your sleuthing, you determined that this one business called Tanner's Goods was being operated in some part or parcel by Owen Kinkaid. You then went to Tanner's Goods. Looks like it had been shuttered for some time. You entered and found that there was a light on in the upper office of this huge warehouse. Completely dark, by the way. It's nighttime. You go up and you meet with Owen Kinkaid. He explains to you that he is what's known as a hunter and that he has been hunting cryptids for several years. He explains what happened to his oldest son, Ernest, but doesn't know if it was Jules or Celeste that was carried out by the medical examiner back at his residence. He then went on the run when a bolo came out. You kind of talked him back from the ledge and explained what was going on, and that you guys were going to go after an individual by the name of Doran Dalka. At that point, you heard something meaty hit the floor down in the warehouse below. You went out there and found Detective Kershaw's body, chest ripped open, dead on the floor, and standing over him was the missing boy, Jules Kinkaid. And from behind you, you heard Owen say, "I'm sorry I failed you, Jules." And as the boy looks up at this catwalk that the three of you are on, you hear in a guttural voice, like the sound of a soul scraping against eternity. That name no longer tethers me. My name is Cedric Dalka, son to an attentive father, and my father's wishes are that you die.
Nice to meet you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So let's get some dex checks out of the way right now.
That's Cedric, like Sid Rick.
Cedric.
Cedric.
Cedric. You don't even have to roll, Tone.
15 is my dex.
15, right?
Yep.
Odesso, what's your dex?
Dex is 11.
11. Each. From the catwalk, 20 feet in the warehouse, what would you like to do as you see this individual below?
Well, real quick, I want to see what's going on with Owen. Has he completely broke down? Did he grab the table leg, you said, and like he's ready to fight? Like, what's he doing?
Yeah, he smashed the chair that was in the office before you guys went out there, and he grabbed the slat out of one of the wooden backing pieces, and he's got that in his hand right now, and he's looking down past you and Odesso down to the warehouse floor, and he sees his son Jules, and he sees the body of Detective Kershaw.
Well, I wanted to see if he was going to try to take himself out, if he's in for the fight. Like, if what I want to do for my move is I want to reach down and grab some wood. I don't know if my blade will be able to hurt this vampire, so I don't want to just go in there with my mitts. I want to take a table leg or something there that's smashed, and then I look at him, I go, this is not Jules. You heard it. It's Cedric Dalka, son to Dorian. What does Owen do?
He actually fails his sanity check.
Ah, fucker.
Well, there's that.
And I'll need for both you and Odesso to make the same check.
Okay.
Right.
You stay here, Owen. We'll handle it from here. Sanity. Under 50. 35.
Yep, I'm good. I got a 57 under 80.
You see these glowing eyes. You see these fangs and these elongated nails. But you each take 1 point of sanity.
What happens when we fail sanity? Is it like double what we take, or?
No, you actually, once you reach the breaking point.
No, I just meant like if we didn't save our sanity, would it have been 2 points?
No, it would have been 1d4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Looking back at Owen, each you can see that his hand is trembling with that piece of wood in it. Most likely because this is, or at one point was, his only son, his remaining son.
Yeah, I realized my words probably rang out hollow, but I was trying to steal him, but apparently that didn't work. So hopefully he's no threat to us, but I don't think he's going to be any evade to us at Deso. What say you we take this thing down? How do you want to handle this? Do you want to try firing at it and see if that works? Otherwise, that wooden knife you have might be our only hope.
I'm thinking you're correct. That's going to be a problem. So, yeah, let me put a couple 10 millimeters into him and hope that does something. And if it doesn't, well then,
I say we split up a little bit on that balcony so he can't get us together, but not far enough to where we can't aid each other if we need to.
I'm thinking about giving. Do you want the wood knife? I mean, I'm more a firearms guy.
I have the table leg.
Okay. All right.
So tell me what you want to do.
Well, for my move, I want to move out onto the balcony and move about a move's distance to the right. And I'm thinking maybe Odessa will do something like that to the left.
I just posted something in the chat, bro.
How do I get
You
to
didn't
that?
bring that crossbow, did you?
I did not. That would have been intelligent. So
Maybe. I don't
probably
know
in the car.
Well, I know from my
What am I looking
knowledge.
at here, Tom?
It's 10 millimeter silver ammunition put out by Winchester. They got it in all calibers, all the way up to
but
45 ACP.
I'm going to negate that because you wouldn't have known to bring it.
Exactly. So in the future, since it is a real thing and it is available commercially, from this point on in the next mission, Paulie's going to load his gun with 10 millimeter silver tipped ammunition.
You're using the 10 mil?
Yep, 10 millimeter Delta Elite pistol.
12.
Yeah, it's a D12. It's equivalent to a 44 mag, according to all the weapon nomenclature.
Okay.
You
I
can
just
aim
wanted
too, because he's not going to get to you this round unless he can teleport. I'm sure he can.
All right. Picking up where we left off. Each. Tell me what you're going to do.
Each will move out the door and move about 10 paces to the right.
Okay.
My idea is that I want to not have Adesso and I group up when we try to confront this thing.
Okay.
Or make it so he can't attack us both at the same time.
I would say that within that move distance, you could make it from the center of the catwalk at that far end of the warehouse all the way to the end before making the turn to go all the way down to where the stairs are.
For my next round, would I be able to go back to then where I was in the same move speed?
Yeah, if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Or you could make it all the way to the top of the stairs. Yes.
Okay, my goal is to... So I'm thumbing the blade, the jack blade, so it pops into existence. And then in the other hand, I have the broken table slat leg that I'm going to try with the katana first. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to beat him with the stick if I have to, or try to stab him with it.
Did you take that slat from Owen?
No, I grabbed a different one. I grabbed another piece, I said.
Got it. Okay. 1 through 10 to the left. 11 through 20 to the right. Cedric leaps up to the catwalk opposite where the side you are on each. Just leaps up. Yeah, just you see this blur of like almost like when you look at lights through a squinted eye on a freeway and you see like the contrails of the lights. Mm-hmm. That's almost like what he leaves behind as he makes this leap up to the catwalk.
Oh, the catwalk.
Adesso.
Yeah.
You gonna give him a pop?
Oh, yeah.
Just pop out the door and then you can...
Yeah, pop out, take a look, bam! See if I can nail him.
Okay.
See if it works.
Those are the silver ones, right?
If only I had known. Cryptids. This is a new one for the thing. My guess is I'll probably have some disadvantage. Okay, 66.
70.
66 under 60, and so that's a critical failure. I'm having a feeling my gun just jammed.
Glad I'm full movement away.
Give me a luck roll.
Luck rolls are on a D20?
Yes.
Outstanding.
Oh, hi.
That is a D12. Where's my D20? Oh, here you are. Rolled away from me. All right. 18.
Nice.
18. So the gun jams, but it doesn't stovepipe on you.
Ah, okay. It's misfeed. Got it. Good.
Owen stands there and actually starts moving towards his son. Slat still in his hand.
All right, let's do this, buddy.
Each.
I got your back. Well, I think I'm just gonna follow him and unfortunately use this poor man as bait.
How far along back do you want to go back? You want to go back towards the door or you want to go beyond the door?
I want to be able to go to where I can engage on the next movement if I need to.
Okay. So you pass Adesso, who's just outside of the door, and keep going and get right behind Owen.
Yeah. But far enough so we're not toppling over each other and stuff
Okay,
like
I'll
that.
give you 10 feet away from him. Okay. Cedric, in a blur of movement, closes the distance on Owen, and with both of his hands, attacks him in the chest.
Oh,
Owen's
boy.
an NPC, right? Just making sure. I want to know where he's going to end up.
Probably on the floor. I just rolled a 1. That's a critical hit, by the way.
Oh, joy.
Listeners, how can I...
We have gold doubloons, Sammy. So
Second,
if it's too bad...
second attack. I got to show you this. It's a 2.
God damn, man.
So I rolled a 1 and a 2. So
Well,
the first one's a critical hit.
Hey, he's an NPC.
And the second one is, I rolled a 6 on a 6. So he takes full damage. You see him crumple to his knees. And as he starts falling back, Cedric pulls his chest off of his body, ribs and all in his hands, and just chucks it down to the floor. Make another sand check.
Damn, Skip.
I missed that one.
I rolled 100.
I guess you missed that too.
Odesso, you take
4.
max.
Well, of course I did.
And each you're going to take 3.
How many did I take?
4. Odesso.
All right, 3 from
Holy
Brady.
shit.
Odesso, you witness Cedric rip the entire chest off of his previous father, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
And you see this body fall to the floor. He discards what remains. What do you want to do?
I want to shoot him a lot. That's what I want to do.
He's within range.
Okay. And I got a... Apparently I missed. I got an 81. I freaked out.
81.
Well, wait a minute. I guess I have to clear the jam.
Oh, that's right.
Since it's stovepipe, it's just, I just run the slide, and then it's back. So that would be an action of some kind. How do we want to play that?
That would be a regular action, yes. Yeah. But I'm going to let you move if you still want to clear and move. Otherwise, you can clear and then get one off on the next turn.
Or did I clear and fire and miss?
Okay, so you clear, fire, and miss.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. It's good flavor. I enjoy that.
So let's role play this. I come out of the holster, I draw down, and I go click. And instead of going bang, it goes click. So then tactically what you're supposed to do is you take a step to the left or the right, because you always got to be a move, and then you run the slide. And then that clears the bad round, and then it feeds in again. So since there was no previous shot, the most likely explanation for this would be
A bad round.
it was a dud round. So it's move,
And just
run
so
the
the
slide.
listeners know, my brother Tone actually teaches firearms. So
Yep.
That's
he's a
why
brother.
Hey.
this is off when he fucking jams it.
I know.
Yeah, this is bad. So it was probably a failure. It was a failure fire. So dud round. So one step to the right, run the slide, new round, reacquire, shoot. I'm obviously freaked out by taking 4 points of sanity damage. I miss badly. And
All right. We'll
Yeah.
dwell on that later
yes,
because
we'll
it's
dwell
Teach's
later.
turn.
All right. So I'm close enough. I'm like 10 feet from this fucking psychotic Cedric vampire kid.
Yes. Well, you're not
Okay.
going to hit him with the sword at 10 feet. You're going to have to close the distance.
No, I know that. So I'm going to attempt to see if the katana / jackblade, it being steel, works. So I will move in and shit, this is getting dumb, but what else am I going to do? Engage. 36 under 53. Hit.
That'll
If it
hit.
hits. Oh. All right, let's try damage. 8. Does it appear to affect him at all?
He shrinks back a little from the pain. You next. Just this every time this young boy breathes, it's like years are leaving his voice box. It sounds completely inhuman, like this voice shouldn't even be escaping the lips of someone so young and innocent looking.
I'll brandish the blade in front and the wooden stake in front as well, and just sort of tap into whatever primal energies I have.
Comes at you with the first swipe with these elongated nails. Miss.
Oy.
Second swipe.
I can take some damage.
Oh, I thought that was a critical fail. 69. Sorry. I thought it was a 66. I was like, woo, gonna cut his own dick off.
Oh, so they miss?
They both miss.
Okay. What
This is good.
What was the damage on those D6 each you were doing?
Yeah, D6.
Oh, okay.
So the first one,
I can
even
take
though
2 hits.
the first one was max damage because I rolled a 1. The second one I rolled a 2 and rolled for the damage, and it was a 6 on a D6. So
Damn, Skip.
took 12 points. He had 12 points in his hit point pool.
And then it was game over for him.
Yes, it was. Well, he's an NPC.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's Adesso's turn.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Adesso.
All right. I'm going to try to shoot him for the second time. And I got Jesus Christ. I got a 91.
91.
Oh,
91. I am slowly improving my firearm skill with two misses.
Like you've gone up a 1d4 with the next miss.
This creature, in the shape of a young boy, is just so deftly mobile. It's hard to get a beat on him, Adesso.
Mm-hmm.
Each.
Well, it seemed like it worked, so I'm gonna attempt to attack again. Fucking 36 again.
Right on.
For 6.
6. It attempts to swipe at you again each with an 8
Ooh.
for
I
4
didn't
points
move.
of damage.
I didn't move. Am I able to dodge, or is that a no?
You can, but it would be your next turn.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, that's fine, but you would negate your next turn.
I'll go ahead and dodge the hit.
Okay.
Well, no, I want to keep pressing the attack. I'm not gonna. I'll take the hit. I can take it.
Okay.
I can take it.
And with that, he actually leaps over to where Adesso is at. Disengages you.
So he hit me.
He hits you and then
How much damage?
4 points.
Okay.
Make an observation check as you see him leap diagonally over the span to land by Adesso.
69 under 70 for the observation.
You notice as he leaps that one of the wounds that you cleaved across him is actually starting to stitch itself back up. You had a question, Tone?
Well, I just really wanted to do a special ability of some kind. And I'm thinking if you got a firearm, if you're not too concerned with accuracy, you can do a double tap. And I know you're familiar with that when you pull the trigger as fast as you can. And
Yeah, but that only goes off of what the weapon itself can do, like if it was a 3-round burst or something. I don't think.
So there's no such thing here. Yeah, because it'd just be a hammered pair is what it would be. Just bam, bam, as quick as you can fold the trigger. But okay, not a problem. We don't have any rules for that, and I think it may be a little bit min-maxing and a little bit too much.
Yeah, I don't want to go too deep into that aspect of it, only because there's other weapons that can actually do that for you.
Got it. Okay.
Things that would have a lethality rating, and in the future, if you're going to bring silver bullets into it too, that's cool too. Like, once you get red in, if you feel like you're in the realm of, we may have another cryptid. Okay, I'm going silver bullet this time.
Yeah, I guess
I'm just going to throw them in the magazines anyway. Just going to be standard carry because they work just as well against the two-legged predator.
But they cost so much.
Yeah, they do actually. But I'm looking at the prices for this stuff.
Even in game. Adesso, you see this creature land right in front of you, right on the catwalk. Just
okay. Could I do a contact shot to get a bonus?
Yeah, you could actually, because he's below your range.
Mm-hmm.
Let me explain this.
He's within minimum range.
You're shooting at point blank,
right?
So it's below the 3-meter range. So you actually get a plus 20% on this.
All right, let's try this then for the third time. Okay, so this time I can't even fucking see. Okay, 14.
14. Give me some damage.
Give you some damage, no problem. Here's my D12. 10.
10 points.
10 points of damage.
You strike this boy point blank in the chest.
Wow.
And he tumbles backwards off the catwalk to the floor below.
Outstanding.
As you look down, you see him twitching and moving. Each, you feel something buzz in your pocket and you hear a ping.
A ping?
A ping, like a ping.
Like a text phone? Or
Something coming across your phone.
Each, stake him through the heart, man.
Oh, I was going to leap down on him with that wood.
20 feet down.
That's not kind of rude.
Okay,
Yeah,
20 feet down is a bit much.
Well, if I hang, then it's like 15. Well,
So what do you want to do each?
Well, if I can, since I'm prone to jumping out of buildings and landing on monsters with my sword, this is a mere 20 feet. Of course, I could do an athletics check or something to mitigate the damage and still attack this round. What say you, DM?
I say do it.
Or handler?
Handle it.
Okay, so I'm going to do an athletics check.
Yes.
Leaping, or what I want to do is to try to mitigate. I want to hop over but hang and then try to drop on him. So extra cushion for the push-in and hanging down so there's not as much band damage.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
Okay, I got to roll under, 19, under 50.
Yeah. All right. So you describe it for me, what you're doing.
All right, well, I look at Adesso. I go, we have to finish this. His wounds are healing. And so I'll put the wooden stake in my teeth and leap over the edge, hanging on, and then grab the stake and I'll drop down on him.
And I
want to see if the stake does anything to him, if I hit.
His head's lolling from side to side. And as you leap down, where do you put this stake?
Well, I said I was going to land on him, so I'm trying to land center mass.
Okay, you land center mass.
I don't want to call the aim shot and miss. I'd rather just hit and then readjust next round if I need to.
You land on him center mass. His body kind of arches, and probably for the first time you notice that right in the middle of his chest where his heart would be, there's a huge hole there.
Perfect.
That Deso put with his 10 millimeter Delta Elite?
No, it's not.
Well, so is it no hole like comical, seeing through to the floor in the back, or just an empty cavity in his chest?
It's a jagged hole about 1.5 inches in diameter.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to try to attack with that stake.
Okay.
Just to see if it does anything, and I'll still...
Where are you going to put it?
Huh?
Where are you going to put it?
Well, I'm not doing a called shot, so I'm just going to try to hit him, and then maybe I can roll a d6 as to, like 1 head, 2 chest, something like that. I don't know. Okay. Because I don't want to miss. I'd rather try to hit than... Okay, so let me see if I hit, first of all. I may not... melee weapons, 53... 58, missed.
Okay.
But now I'm on top of him.
He attempts to buck you off.
Hey now.
Buck. So let's do strength versus strength.
Okay.
64.
48 under 70.
Okay. You managed to keep him pinned down. My check failed.
Oh, it's a strong kid.
Adesso. Stand still each.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do, but the chances of that happening are slim. So I'm probably going to have to come down the stairs in order to be of any assistance, because each is literally on top of him. And so that is not the place to be practicing your trick shots. So Adesso will move to the floor. He'll go down the stairs as rapidly, safely as he can.
Why don't you just aim?
Well, he's basically got cover behind you.
But he doesn't have to fire this round. He can be targeting, and then my next round I can roll off of him, and you could blast him.
Okay. But
just
so you know, the boy probably isn't going to stay there once you get off of him. And he goes after you each.
But he's still got the aim, though, right?
Yeah, but he can't fire till his next turn. He goes after the boy.
That's probably... Yeah. I'm at an elevated position, so it probably would do better for me to sit there and just take an aim.
He can't do anything right now, so you might as well aim, and then I'll attack him. Maybe I'll kill him. Then he'll attack me. Hopefully he won't kill me. And then it'll be your shot plus the aim.
Right.
So you're not going to get off of him then?
Well, not right now. Because my attack's next.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I can get off of him and attack, right?
Yeah, you could get off of him and attack, but the boy might move too.
Yeah, but will Tony's aim still work?
If he stays still, yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
Because an aimed... When you're doing a called shot or an aimed shot, you're aiming at a target that's not moving.
Oh, okay.
As soon as the boy starts moving, you're not going to be able to maintain
then
that 20%.
Fucking fire at him, Tone.
I trust go for it. It's only each.
Yeah, we got a gold doubloon. Character.
Well, no, you see, right now you're on top of him, so I get my aim.
Shoot.
You go, then he goes. If he gets off of you, I get to shoot him. Right?
No. Well,
your aim won't work because he's
not
moving.
till your turn.
Right.
And he goes before you go, Odessa. Tell me what you want to do each.
I'm
Tell me
gonna
what you're going to
attack
do,
him.
Odessa. Are you going to stay?
I'm going to aim.
Okay.
I'm going to aim.
Going to get 20%.
I'm going to try attacking with the jack blade again.
Okay.
That heart thing threw me.
And
42 under 53.
that'll hit.
Okay. That's a 12.
12. The blade crashes down on what part of this boy's body?
Well, I wanted to aim for the heart, but since he didn't have it, so then I just went for the head.
Okay. Comes down across the neck, and the head cleaves from the torso. You see the light in the eyes go dim and completely darken. The body under you goes limp.
All right. And I'm going to check Owen real quick. Did he make it? Just kidding.
Hey, dude, you okay?
I got this ultimate first aid kit. I'll look at Adesso. He appears to be dead. Can never tell with these undead type. There's only one way that we can make sure, and that's to consume the body and the remains in flame.
Sounds like a plan for me, but let's do an inspection of the body. I'd like to know.
Doesn't have
if this-
silver bullets. Come on, we already talked about that.
Well, I want to inspect his body. I want to know if this removal of his heart was done when and how, if we can tell. If he's already healing wounds that we inflict on him, what kind of wound was it that he got that removed his heart that he still hasn't healed through? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're inflicting damage on him, and he's healing it right after. Okay, what makes this special? If we can tell.
Yeah.
The hole over the heart is about an inch to an inch in diameter.
Okay.
You know, so if you think that the human heart's the size of a fist or so.
Well, there was a heart. They removed the stick. So if he's not moving and all that, like, is it his head separated? I'm going to place that stake right where the heart is and give it a push down, and then casually check my phone because I got a text in this fight.
Well, before each punches through the heart again, or where it was,
Yeah, you come down.
Odessa says, "Just hold on a sec. Let me just inspect it. Let me just take a look."
What are you inspecting?
I'm inspecting the hole where the heart, or where the hole that we could see through to the heart that's not there.
It's not that the heart's not there. It's that the heart was perforated by whatever went into the chest.
Remember they removed the stake?
Yeah.
I found that one, the stake, and then
Yeah.
so that's why he came back.
Right. That's right. Does it heal? Or can I tell that it was in the process of healing, or it just kind of, it didn't heal? It stayed fresh. It's still ragged. It's still what?
Yeah, looking in there, imagining you're getting your tack light out looking, and it just looks like a massive ball of perforated, scarred up tissue.
Were the edges of the entry wound starting to heal?
No. Those remained. It was where each had come across with the jack blade. Those were starting to heal.
Got it. And the shot to the chest that I gave him,
That
Does
had
that look like
started
it was
to
healing?
heal.
that had also started to heal. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Important note for future conflicts with cryptids. Apparently, if you punch them with something wooden, it doesn't heal. We'll have
Well,
to see.
I think that's with the undead cryptid being. This is out of game. Well, fuck it, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know,
Cryptids
at
are
a
just that.
game, tell me what you're thinking, Sammy, because I could
Well,
see you shaking
cryptids
your
are-
head no.
Well, cryptids are not just undeads. Cryptids are like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster. They're all these kind of monsters. The things that we don't know about, where specifically, of course, the undead are the things like vampire, or could, I guess, be considered cryptids, but they're their own thing. Like Bigfoot doesn't need to be killed with a wooden stake, but he would fuck up a big 96er stake, you know. Gristle and all.
96.
96er.
Okay. Well, these are just data points for us to connect. the real to what we see. Just because it's a legend in a movie doesn't mean it actually works, but apparently it does. A wooden stake through the heart will create a wound that is not only fatal, provided the stick or the stake stays in, otherwise it is a decapitation, but it also debilitates the cryptid, or the vampire in this case, which means if you wanted to simply keep it alive, we may be able to pin it to something. If there was a point where we needed to interrogate a cryptid for whatever information, we probably would be able to pin it to something because it wouldn't be able to heal through it, which is good information.
Well, a Bigfoot's a cryptid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
it doesn't necessarily have to be that. I get what you're saying, yeah.
But to your other point, a wooden stake would kill a Bigfoot too if you pounded in its heart. So you're right.
It's pretty much good against everything. If you've got that good of aim and, nice...
well, that was...
do something.
That was rough fighting kids. My child was that age at one time, and all that's left to do now is go through the pockets and get the baseball trading cards and the Gotchaman and the Pokemon and got the old Bill Denbrough's brother's arm down there, That's from It.
Oh.
The missing arm.
Ben, not Bill.
No, it's Bill. Ben's the other guy. Ben was the architect guy.
Mm. Was Bill the brother?
The little Ben brother? Hanscom, and Bill Denbrough was the older kid, the stutterer.
Whatever. Nerd.
Bill.
Anyways, tell me what we're doing.
We are now going to check the message that each got on his phone.
Each, you pull out your phone and you see that you have a notification. It's a text message and it says GPS pin location, and it's from Michael Collins.
Okay. That's our buddy. He has my number too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't specifically ask for his. Does that GPS provide it and I could call him?
Yep, it does.
Okay. Well, I'll give him I'll just text him.
Okay.
What's up, Collins?
It goes undelivered.
Okay, I'll give it a ring and see if no one answers.
Yeah, it goes straight to voicemail.
Okay. All right, Adesso. It appears Mr. Collins is giving us a location to where he's at, yet he's not answering his text or his voice. Now, he could be engaged in a conversation where he doesn't want people to know that he's communicating, or he could be in trouble, or it could be a trap.
It could be any one of a number of things. I think we need a cleanup crew at our present location. We have a bunch of horrifically killed people. So I'm going to give a call to our handler and let him know.
I think that we need to burn this kid, the remains, because even if we get a cleanup crew, he could come back before then. And
yeah, we can torch the kid, but the body of the dad is a little hard to explain.
Well, I'm not worried about
several
him
pieces.
Yeah, I'm not worried about. There's two of them because the detective's there too.
Yeah,
love triangle. I don't know.
Yep, I'm going to call. I'll call the handler.
Deso.
We have a problem here. We need a cleanup crew at our current location. Turns out that the cryptid killed two individuals, one of which was a police detective, and the other one was the prime suspect in the murder that everyone thought we were investigating. Turns out not to be a murder, but this kid turned. We dispatched the cryptid. We're going to set fire to him on site so that there's no chance of it turning and coming back.
So are we to understand that you have the missing body now?
I believe we do have the missing body now.
What's
we have
left
the
of it?
kid. We still don't have the wife, but we have the kid.
Okay. So are we done then? You got the primary suspect.
We got the primary suspect, but now, given the kid's condition or what he was once, I think the wife is still unaccounted for, and we need to find her because she may have been contaminated too. We just don't know.
As well as who turned the kid. So yes, there's a couple unanswered questions here, but we do need a cleanup crew at this location. There'll just be nothing but a pile of ash for the cryptid that we dispatch, but that's our situation.
Where am I sending this cleanup crew to?
Tanner Goods.
Yep, Tanner Goods, which is a warehouse. This place in Rhode Island. I will send you the
They'll
address.
find the remains of Detective Kershaw. They'll find the remains of Owen Kinkaid, and they'll find the remains of Jules Kinkaid.
Well, they'll find a pile of ash that was Jules Kinkaid, and whoever you send it better be hardened. Mr. Kinkaid went down quite hard, as did the police detective. It's unpleasant.
Well, this is going to be a hell of a thing to explain to the rest of the Rhode Island Police Department.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can't just go through like a bunch of cowboys and just leaving all this shit in our wake. Is there any way you could make this look like this Kinkaid guy took out the detective? It was a give kind of thing?
No.
Set up a scene like that?
Both been ripped in half.
Yeah.
Who's that talking back there? I can barely hear.
Now, what happened was... No, we can't do that, Heisenberg. The detective had his chest and his internal organs ripped out, and this father, Kinkaid, had his chest separated from his body by force. There is no way to look like this was a case where the Kinkaid father killed the detective. It's just not going to happen. There's no way to put these pieces back together like that, or even stage them in a way where it would look like that. It is completely...
Well, give me a better suggestion than sending a team down there.
Set fire to the whole warehouse.
We could do that. We could set fire to the whole warehouse, but we're going to have to make sure that we douse the bodies with gasoline to make sure that they burn completely. And even then, an ME report is still going to reveal it. But the ME's on our side. He was the one that called and alerted you, so perhaps when he gets the remains, he'll intuitively understand what he needs to do.
Okay.
Well, what it could look like. Detective Kershaw found Owen Kinkaid. Owen Kinkaid had the body of his boy, and there was a altercation there, and Owen Kinkaid set fire to the whole place, consuming everything.
I like that.
We can stage it so that the police officer was dispatching people, but succumbed to his own injuries before he was able to evacuate the warehouse that was catching fire. We can, since no one's going to be talking, we can figure something out.
Make it happen.
By the time they figure it out, we'll be done with this whole thing. This place will be burning, and they'll be checking the bodies. They're not going to be nitpicking over, trivial things. They'll find a burned body of all the people. They can identify them by dental records, and they'll find the body, or maybe they won't find the body of the boy.
Okay. Now, is it possible to bring the boy's body back?
Yes, it's possible. It's in 2 pieces, but it's possible.
Can you transport it safely without causing any other problems?
Yes, as long as the pieces are separated, I don't see any problem with transporting them.
Transport it where?
Yeah.
I'll let you know when you cleaned up everything and when everything else is handled.
So just so I'm clear, Heisenberg, we're going to be short one body. Or the warehouse will be.
Well, who else knows besides the 2 of you that there were 3 bodies in the warehouse?
That's true.
Right? I mean, technically, you could bring all the bodies with you and say you never found anybody, correct?
Correct.
Well, there'd be a lot of cleanup still needed. I think a fire will clean everything up, and we leave the bodies and give Detective Kershaw a hero's death, and Owen Kinkaid, unfortunately, will be painted as the outlaw in this.
Well, hell with Kershaw. I did some digging into him. He looks like he was already dirty anyways. So, are we looking at finding the mom and then wrapping this up? Is that the final loose thread to all this?
We can leave now, but I think that if we leave now, we've only just solved the first part of the mission. Now we've found out that there's more to it. It's not just the missing kid. The wife's missing. There is a character named Dorandalka, an antiques dealer.
Who the fuck is Dorandalka? This is the first I'm hearing about this.
He is what we have heard from Owen Kinkaid as the pinnacle vampire, the one who has changed his son, potentially his wife, and potentially even the wife of one of the people we were working with earlier, Michael Collins, that we mentioned to you. He told us the same story. So I think that hearing both of those people tell the same thing, that there's at least more to this than this case being wrapped up right now.
Well, now the two of you asked me to look into Michael Collins last time we spoke, and I did do a little digging. And there's something you should both be aware of. He is currently being sought in the disappearance of his wife, Beatrice Collins.
He told us the same thing.
And I will see you next session.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora Radio, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, be sure to leave us that 5-star rating and review. Don't forget about our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20. So if you're into watching and you want to help support the show, then head on over and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the show out. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to look for us there and check us out. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can download the current show directly, pick and choose past shows from our archives, or view our galleries. We've got a lot of stuff posted over there, so check us out. And finally, join us on our Patreon at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next time, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.